Good evening. Hello, students of BC 216. My name is Cornelius Weaver, and I will be your professor for the next 14 weeks for this course. I wanted to go ahead and start off with this welcome message just to introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit about the course and just some of the course expectations. A little bit about my background. I am a native St. Louis, Missourian. I've been there all of my life. I recently moved within the last few months actually to the Washington, D.C. DMV area. So I'm not too far down the way from Harrisburg, PA, which I often visit because I do have family up there as well. So I'm also too, just another friendly fun fact. I love salsa dancing, so you will definitely, if you want to talk salsa or great places to go dancing in any parts of the country, feel free to ask me those. Fun fact: one of my goals is to salsa dance in all 50 states, and I'm probably about halfway through. I'll say about halfway through. So just a little bit about some of my hobbies outside of construction and outside of scheduling. A little bit about the course. This course really is going to change your skill set as a professional in regards to how you handle scheduling. I don't know what your background is, whether you're working as a subcontractor, if you have your own business, if you're working on the owner side like myself. My background is the last 10 years, I've done half of my career on the general contractor side and then the other half on the actual university side. So again, I don't know necessarily if you what scheduling does for you in your profession, but I know this course will absolutely add an appreciation to the industry of construction and to the skill set of scheduling, and it will also give you the tools that you need to be more successful if you're scheduling projects day to day. Scheduling, really impacts all aspects of a project. Just project management in general. You're going to be responsible for costs, for quality, for the controls in regards to resources, and then the safety of the project. And so, with scheduling, it's very important that you grab a hold to the principles that we'll share in this course, because it's really going to help you be able to make yourself a very well-rounded project manager or construction manager or business owner or subcontractor that you may currently, be working in your profession now. One of the biggest challenges that I always get, and I'll share with you, currently I'm working at a university in the DMV area, but one of the challenges that I always have to deal with is that a lot of my subcontractors and vendors do not provide schedules. They do not give me, as project manager here, enough heads up in regards to certain activities. They don't let me know if we have certain critical path activities, ahead. If I'm going to have to maybe crash or even fast track the schedule, and we'll talk about what that means. But really, it gets to be very frustrating because you're really trying to make sure that you, as a project manager, construction manager, is coordinating with the end user to make sure the project is successful. Also, too, it's just a point you really need to have a schedule so that you can track the project. So again, these are just a little bit of the things that we're really going to dive into over the next 14 weeks. Essentially, I've split the course up into two parts. The first half of the course, we'll be talking about the theory, the development, the history, the ABCs, or the old school way of scheduling. We will cover that. A lot of things will be done by hand, so don't get discouraged. We're definitely still going to use computers to do our schedules, but there's a certain appreciation for the fundamentals that we all need to grasp. The second half is going to be more the computerized scheduling, looking at things like Microsoft Project we'll use a lot. So if you don't have that, please be sure to get that on your desktop or your laptop, because we'll be using that in how we plan out schedules. And then we'll look at different types of schedules, a milestone schedule versus something that's just going to be for an owner to look at, or more so a subcontractor detail schedule. So we'll get into a lot of those different areas. Also, too, I want to let you know, please be sure that you're checking the content that's provided week by week. There is a weekly checklist. Please be sure for this week you review the course syllabus just so you can get an idea of how the next 14 weeks will go. Also, to verify that you have the course book, which is Construction and Scheduling Principles and Practice by Jay Newitt, and it's the second edition. So please be sure that you verify that you have the textbook for the course. I will be available, for any questions that you may have. So I look forward to sharing these next 14 weeks with you all. I'm excited. Please be sure for this week, for our greater discussion, that you respond back with your introduction. Tell me about yourself, your favorite hobby, what do you like to do, add a picture, send a video, any way that we can kind of break the ice and get to know each other better. Looking forward to this course with you all, and I will talk more to you next week. Take care.